Welcome back, people. Basically, this is going to be a quick one, hopefully. I want to change some of the letters that I've been experimenting with my handwriting. So before we get to those letters that I want to change differently from within the book that's in your penmanship, Polishing Your Penmanship by Barbara Nickel, which is, I still come back to it, I still open it, and I still think, but there's some basic rules that you have to sort of follow, and I'll run through. Oh, that didn't do it wrong. That's not too bad. Some basic rules. So I'll go through the basic rules, and they're very simple. Let's start with a capital B, and I'll use the elegant script what I did before. I think it's down, down, and then you come around, and then you do a little curve, you come around, and you bring it down. There's a capital B in elegant script, and because we're coming from a capital, I don't think you come from an upstroke from the capital. So basically you go cold now with the A, so it's a nice small A, you come down, you come up, you form a loop for the L, a loop for the L, and then you come up, you form the S, and you come back. Now, of course, you fit, or I'm thinking to myself, you shouldn't come to the end of the word and finish on an upstroke. I also believe I don't like the S. So let's rewrite that again, but this time round doing the way that I want to do it. So we come down this and bring it round. We form a little loop, we come around. Okay, then we form a small A, we come up and form the L, and then an L, and then an S, but then curve it round and finish on the down. That to me is my balls, not this one. I don't like this upstroke. So as long as you come to the end and don't finish on an upstroke for the word, for at the end of a word, I think that's correct. I think that would be better than finishing on an upstroke at the end of a word. So that's that done. I think the other rule is what I said beforehand, which is your ascenders and descenders. Because this length of this paper, or this line from here to here, I better double check that length, don't I? Just in case. I think it's 8mm. I think it's 8. So I'm working with it. Yes, it's 8mm. Double checking it. It is 8mm. So we know that that's 8mm. Okay. 8. So I'm aiming for my first letter. If I'm going to start with an upstroke, like the word and, for instance. So this and, I'm going to go up, I'm going to come down, I'm going to go up for the N, I'm going to come up for the O, I'm going to go up a little bit, and then finish on an up. That's my and, okay? Not very neat like, but at least that's my and. And I'm aiming just get into that top half of the thingy. But then if you start talking about descenders, which I said I organised and gone round that part of what a word I'm searching for. I've actually solved that problem of descenders. So let's write fluffy. So we're going to come up for the F, we're going to come down, we're going to come up, we're going to come up for the L, for the U, and then it's another F, we're going to come up, and then it's another F, fluffy, and then a Y. And that leaves, if you look at the word of the descenders, that should be half of that line. If you zoom in on that, it's half of that line, allowing you to then write underneath, a word underneath. So as long as you keep those ones half-ish of this line, yeah, halfway, you can have descenders and write below it. And that's it. And slow down, of course, slow down. But for today, that's all the rules really needed, really. Except, I mean, even on the sheet that I had on the book here, it's saying to you, this red line that you see here, yeah, the red line, that's what you're going to hang all your letters on, which is halfway of the line. Your descender is going to go another halfway of the line below that, and it's sort of saying that to you. But I've had to change it round slightly because their templates are different in here, so I'll certainly mine these. Do you know what I mean? Now the letters I want to change are the S. I definitely, let's have is that the first one out? I want to change their P, right? Is that P? Is it P? The first one out that I want to change? Yeah, their P. If you look at this as a P, if you come up for the P, they're saying do this: come up, come down, come back up, and then form this P, and then come back up. But I don't like that P. I don't like it. I think that there's the P. What they say. The Q is almost the same. So you come up, form this. You're going to come down, and then you're going to come back up. But it also looks a little bit like a G. I don't like that idea. I don't like that. Their Q. That's a Q. I don't like it. I don't like their S, which is up, down, and back out. I don't like their S. VWX. Their X is this. You come up from the upstroke. You come down, and then you sort of lift your pen, and then you put a line there. I don't like that. That X is a bit crappy. I don't like it. And then the other letter I'm going to change is the Z. Their Z is this. And I don't like that Z because it looks nothing like a Z. You know what I mean? That looks nothing like a Z in my eyes. So let's change the P. For instance, let me organise this correctly so I don't knacker it up. Let's do my version, which hopefully I can do it again. You come up, that's it, you come up, you form the O, you come back around, and you come up. Something like that, but more of an oval shape. Let's try again. And you come up. That's my P. Not too bad. Perhaps a little bit less than that. So that's my P. And then it will go into the E to the O to the another P to an L to an E. And that would be my people. You know what I mean? People. And that there to me is my P. My new P. Which I think I prefer to having a straight line down there. Now look at the Q, their Q. I think, I'll do it over here, it's be fine. Their Q is this Q. I think we could do it like this. So we come up from the upstroke, we do this move, right? We come down, we curve it in and then out. So let's try it again. And then you're out. That's a Q, isn't it? Yeah, that's to me a Q. That's better. I think that's a better Q. Okay, as a little loop. Let's write quiz with my new Q. And I'll even use their Z. Do you know what I mean? How does that look like quiz? So we'll get to the Z in a minute, but I don't like that Z. It looks nothing like a bloody Z. And then you've got this S. Let's do the S version. Their S is this one, where you go up, down, and then straight back. I actually believe it looks better if you do this. You come up, you come around, and you just curve it back, and then you're into the next letter. You have a little loop. Just loop it at the bottom. Give it a little tiny loop. Try that one again. And you're back in. You're there. Instead of going back on yourself. Yes, you can still do that one, and this one still works in my eyes. But I prefer this one. So let's do slug. Come up. Do you know what I mean? That looks better, doesn't it? that little bit of a loop at the beginning. Let's write slug with their S to compare. Which one do you prefer, people? I'm going to go with this one all day long, every time. So let's do the X, which is their X is this one. But I think you can get away with maybe a copper plate X. So you come up. Instead of going over to that one, we're going to come up and round and curve it. We're going to go over. We're going to come up. And then you're into the next letter. And that's my new X. I'll do it again for you. I haven't got any X words. So, flux. All right, flux. Let's do it again for you. So you come up. You're going to curve it. You're going to loop it. You're going to curve it. You're going to touch them lines and you're out. And that's your X. Let's write the word flux. So, that's the F, isn't it? My new F. Then it's to the L. Then to the U. And then to my new X. Flux. Bit 4 there, isn't it? Try and write that one again. I don't like that. Don't like that flux. Let's try it. Bit 4 there, wasn't it? I don't mind doing it again. I kind of like it, people. I don't like this loopy bit. I don't know about the X, but I do like the X. Let me know what you think about the X version, people, because you know I might even try that again. Not too bad. I think I actually prefer the first one with that big wide. I don't know about the X. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about the Z, because I don't like the Z. If you look at the word quiz, again, we're going to rewrite the word quiz, but with my Z. So their Z is this. It goes from the upstroke. If you can see that. And you come up. Does that look like a Z to you? Doesn't for me. So I say come up the upstroke. We're going to come down and over. That's not right, is it? That's my Z. You come up. That's a Z, isn't it? But then it looks stupid here, doesn't it? Maybe you have to little curve at the top. Let's have a go. But then doesn't look anything like a Z, does it? Don't know. Let's incorporate our Z, which I think that is the Z I wanted, in my head I wanted to change, and rewrite quiz. So you come up for the Q, my new Q, you come down, you come up for the U to the I to my new Z. At least it looks like a quiz now, doesn't it? Compared to this thing, yeah? Compared to this thing over here, I prefer this quiz. I just don't like how it curves around. Let's do quiz again one more time. But I'll make a bit more of a curve. I'll curve it around a bit like a 2. So I'll come up. I don't know, people. I've overdone the size, haven't I? I'll do it one more time. I think I might have it, people. I like it. Don't go too much with it. I think I prefer this quiz now. That's my quiz. I just wanted to have a little play with the letters. And these are the letters that are giving me a bit of jip. Hopefully, people, you found this informative and you might have some tips from me. But I'm liking me people, me variation for the P, like it. I like my Q, as you can see here. It now looks like a Q. I don't really like that as a Q. Do you know what I mean? And then the S version, I've always said I prefer that little bit of a loop. There's a little bit of a loop there. I like that one. I sort of prefer my X version, sort of. It still looks like an X, probably less of a loop at the top there. I think it needs a bit more practice, but I think you can interchange letters for different styles of letter to suit your needs, as long as it doesn't go away from the actual handwriting bit. Do you know what I mean? So let me know what you think of my alternatives for the PQ to the S to the X to the Z. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you agree with me that my versions are better. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.